Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I thought I'd share with you one of my chicken salad recipes. I have a few on my website. One of my favorites is my strawberry chicken salad, but my strawberries are not ripe yet. I do have a few that are starting on my green stalk. I'll show you a picture here that are starting to ripen, and I'm hoping to get those real soon so I can do that and use for other ideas. But today I thought, since so many of you asked me, since my video that I did the Keystone chicken, asked me to do some more recipes with the canned meat that they have, I thought I'd do that today. But today's video is in part by KUMA Knives. They reached out to me and asked if I'd like to try one of their knives. Of course I said sure, let me try it. And of course I'm not going to tell you guys if it show it to you and tell you to buy it if I don't like it. I've tried this. I love this knife. It's not as expensive as I thought it'd be for the regular chef's knife, and KUMA has agreed and gave me a link. I'm going to put it right here, and it'll be down below in the description. You can go online, get 20% off of their knives. I believe goes straight to their Amazon store, but you'll get 20% off on any knives you purchase through that link. So if you like it and you want to try it, go ahead and give it a try. But I was impressed. The knife comes really nicely packaged. You can scan this and it's got a lifetime guarantee. Send it back in, and if you have any problems with it, and they replace it. And it's nicely packed. I put it all back together. I've been using it, but I put it back in here. This is their knife. I'm not going to put my finger down at the bottom because it is really sharp. And what I like about it is the metal goes from the tip all the way through the knife. It's not just the metal here and then a handle attached to it. So when I'm pushing down and I'm cutting, it's the whole length of this knife that's getting the pressure. So that's one of the nice things I like about it. Has a nice handle, has a little grip at the back here to hold your finger. A lot of people cut like this. I cut like this too. If you watch Ann Burrell, and she yelled at me one time, she will literally, if you're on one of her cooking shows and she catches your finger on a knife like this, she comes up and put a big old red X on it. And I talked to her about it one time at the, what was it, South Beach Wine and Food Festival when she was there. And I said, you really going to do that to anyone? She said she'll do it to anyone. She'd do it to me. So you're supposed to hold your knife like this. Some people like this. I do like this too. But getting back to the knife, it is super sharp. I'm going to put this aside and this, put it back here for now. And I thought, what better way to show it than to chopping up some fruits and veggies for my chicken salad. So first, let me open up, before we get to the knife cutting, open my chicken. And this is just Keystone's chicken. It is the 28-ounce can, and I'm going to use the entire thing for the chicken salad. Just making all kinds of noise back here. And the only thing that they put in their meats, they put two ingredients. They put their meat and they put sea salt. Now, my first video, I think I mentioned water instead of sea salt, but it is sea salt, and it's listed right here. There's only the two ingredients. So let me open this up. And as you can see, it's nice packed. It's got chicken stock in there. And I am going to grab a little bowl, and I'm going to just pour the chicken stock, because this is just the juice from the chicken from when they canned it, and that's all that's in there. Is that and a little bit of the sea salt. I'm going to be able to use this in a dish that I'm going to be making soon. So we're just going to save this. And as soon as I open this, it just smells like chicken that I just opened that I had canned. Nice, fresh, clean smell. I'll put this in here. Put this broth aside because I do not want to lose that. Okay, where's my towel? Let's get to cutting up some veggies for this. So we're going to use 2 stalks of celery. I'm just going to cut off the ends. Ooh, that just goes through that like butter. I'm going to stick those aside there. Those are going up to the Cumberlachia, to the compost bin. And there goes a finger. See, I told you I'd do it. Look at that, just slices right through there. No effort at all. And I'm just going to give this one another. Right through. And then we'll give this one. And I'm just using the tip of this. I'm barely pushing down on it. it is nice and sharp, razor sharp. So now let's just give this a nice small dice. You can dice this at any size you want for your chicken salad. Some people like a larger piece in there so it's more crunchy. I like a smaller dice. And this is just too easy with this knife. That old knife back there that you all used to see me use, that me and Mom's complained about, that knife's gone. And this is going to probably replace a couple of the knives that I have in my knife collection that you guys know is over in the storage unit. I'm going to stick this stuff in here. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to cut myself. Of course, it's easier to cut yourself with a dull knife than it is with a sharp knife. So I'm not scraping this across the board, I'm just laying it down and then bringing the celery to it. So we got that in there. Now we're going to dice up an apple, and I'm just using a sweet apple. You can use any type of apple you like, sweet, tart, however you like your apples. That'll go up there to the compost as well. And I like my apples just a little bit chunkier. Man, I love this knife. And I like to flip the apple around so I got a bigger size to hold on to than that little size when you're chopping it down. Okay, I'd say that's like just a little less than a ½ inch dice. Now you can put any kind of fruits, vegetables in your chicken salad. One thing I always say, make sure you put some lemon juice in there. It just freshens it up, makes it more springy and fresh. Boy, this is a beautiful knife. And I'm not just saying that, you guys are watching. I'm going to be looking into getting some more of their knives, different ones. They have a bread knife that looks really nice. So this is just one of those things you can just throw together. I needed something this week to take to work, and I thought a chicken salad would be good. You guys, I just read an email last night. Someone asked me to do another video on the Keystone meats. I said, well, I got chicken and turkey left, so let's do a chicken salad and see how that tastes. And I've had their chicken before many times, and it tastes just like mine, my home canned. I can't tell a difference. I mean, it's nice and fresh. The meats they use are USDA approved. They're great. So, all right, let me get these in here. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to put this back here and just drag this in since there's so much of it. Now I'm going to pull off these grapes. Now, usually I would use Mom's little trick and put these between, oops, left a stem there. Put these between two lids and slice in between. I want to use the knife today. So we're going to use it instead of putting it between the two lids and slicing down the middle. Now I'm putting both cranberries and, dried cranberries and cherries in here. I like the tartness from the cranberries, and I like the sweetness and the freshness of the grape. You can use red or green, whatever grape you like. Just make sure they're kind of seedless. You're going to have a problem if they're not. And there's a piece of apple. I'm just going to dice them, cut them in half, and then cut them in half again so they're bite-sized. I don't want big chunks in here that are going to overpower the size of all the other fruit. So just do a quick. Ooh, that just slides through. I'm afraid if I miss that thing, it would slide through my skin too, because it is nice and sharp. But yeah, look them up. It's KUMA Knives, and they do have a website, and I'll put their website right here. That goes directly to their page. But the link that I put earlier in the video and right here is what you want to go to get your 20% discount on their knives. And I think you guys will be pleased with them. If you're looking for a nice kitchen knife, they have all different kinds. They have some expensive ones too, but this one's really not bad. I don't know the price right off the top of my head because it changed last week. I think it went down. Maybe it was on sale, but they said this link will get you guys 20% off of the price that's listed there. So I've got probably about a cup of grapes, 1 apple, 2 stalks of celery. I'm going to put in probably about 3/4 of a cup of dried cranberries, and of course you guys can change that any way you want. If you like different fruits, you can change it up, put whatever you like in there and the different amounts. Haven't got away from me. Man, it even feels good. It just feels like an extension of my hand. It's nice, balanced. All right, now we're going to get these in here. Okay, so now the chicken, and of course the chicken is basically, I'm going to put it in here so you guys can see. It's in a large clump because basically that's how it cooked. I am not going to stick that knife in there and mess it up. Get the other pieces of chicken out here. And I'm just going to take my spoon and break up the chicken so it's in the regular bite-sized pieces. As you can see, it comes apart real nice. And you can make this any size you want. If you're using, you can take 2 or 3 chicken breasts, boil them off, you can dice them, or shred them if you like it shredded more. You can use a rotisserie chicken. If you want to grab a rotisserie chicken at the store on the way home, you could do that. You probably have enough on that to make not only chicken salad, but maybe a small chicken and dumplings for 2, which is a recipe I'm going to be doing soon, this week sometime, or next week maybe. But a lot of you asked me if I could do some recipes for just 1 or 2 people, and it's a great idea. In fact, I was watching a video the other day, Miss Lori over at Whippoorwill Holler, she's doing the exact same thing. And a lot of you guys follow her that follow me, so I'm going to make sure I don't do the same kind she does and same one she does. There you get a little bit of a difference. I'm going to put my knife over here. First I want to just rinse it off. One thing I like to tell everybody, don't put your knife in the sink. No matter what you're doing, if you're cooking, don't lay it in the sink. You're going to forget about it and you're going to reach in there and get cut, or a family member is going to reach in there and get cut doing the same thing. So I always rinse my knife off and lay it aside. That way I've always got an eye on it. All right, now I'm going to set this aside and get another little bowl. And I'm going to put about 1 cup of mayonnaise in here. And this is just what I'm going to dress the chicken salad with. Now, depending on what chicken you use, rotisserie, boiled, and shredded, tomorrow you may need to add a little bit more of a dressing or a little bit more just the mayonnaise to it, because it might just absorb a lot of it. So you just want to keep that in mind. I forgot I'm going to put probably about 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup of dried cranberries. I also like to put some Parmesan cheese, and I've got some finely shredded Parmesan. This gives it a nutty, little salty, nutty flavor. And I'd say maybe 1/4 cup, a little bit more if you like it. I just like the nuttiness that it shares to the salad and parts on it. And into this, I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I don't have any fresh lemons, so we're just going to use this. A lot of you probably have this in your refrigerator. I am going to put a little garlic powder, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon, because I like garlic powder. You guys know that if you've watched me for a while. I'm going to put some sweet basil, or actually first thyme, probably about 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, about 1/4 teaspoon of this dried mustard, which drives me crazy. You guys know I don't like this. The cap doesn't have a sprinkler in it, so you have to kind of dip it out and make sure you don't spill it. And that can be messy, so gotta be careful. There's my sweet basil, and I don't know why, I've got basil growing really nice up at the Cumberlachia in my garden, and I should have cut some of that and brought it down, made it a little more fresher, but I'll probably use about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of that. We're going to mix this all together, and this is just what we're going to put over the chicken salad to bring it all together. Actually, let me give this a taste. I need some salt and pepper. That's what I thought. So put maybe half teaspoon of salt, and about the same as pepper. You don't have to put the pepper in if you don't want the pepper in it. Get that all stirred in. Another taste here. Much better. Excuse me. Now the only thing that I haven't put in yet is I do want to put some fresh parsley. I don't have enough growing right now, so I'm just going to use a clump here that I bought at the grocery store. It look nice and fresh. Move this out of the way so I can chop my parsley. You just want to fine mince on it so it mixes in there. This board is bouncing, so I'm trying not to hit it too hard. But that's the way I can do these videos with you, because I don't have a nice bar in here. So we put this together. I can smell that parsley already. All right. I'm sorry, I just like using this knife. I'm going to stand here and mince this parsley for a while. All right. Okay, I'm going to stick the parsley, about half of it in now. I'm going to put the dressing over top of it. And give that a good mix. And then we'll put the rest of the parsley right over top. I just like to get some mixed down in here. Now, if you like it a lot wetter than this, you can definitely add more. Make double the batch of this dressing for it. I don't like mine real wet. There we go. That looks and smells wonderful. Now I'm just going to put the rest of this over here. Give it a slight stir. I just wanted that first batch to get it mixed in there so we didn't have big clumps all throughout it. All right. Let me get a cracker. I just had these in the refrigerator. That's another thing I thought I'd share with you guys. I go through these club crackers like crazy. I love them. And if I open a package and set them out, then they end up getting stale. I put this has probably been 2 weeks ago that I had these club crackers, and listen, nice and crisp. Put them in the refrigerator, just in a package like this. I put them up in the butter container, and they stay nice and crisp because the refrigerator pulls out all the moisture as part of the refrigeration process, so it pulls it out of here, so they're nice and crisp all the time. So if you have any crackers left over, stick them in there. You know, probably work for potato chips too. I never tried that, but give that a try. All right, let's give this a try. Speaking of giving it a try, I'm gonna get some apple on there. What I like about this is it's got all the different fruits, not just the chicken. That is good. It's nice and fresh. The lemon juice and the parsley give this punch of freshness. That is good. And serve this on a croissant, tomato, lettuce, a lettuce bowl. There's many different ways you can do it. Tomorrow's going on croissant and going with me to work. Probably tomorrow and the next day as well. But this is just my simple chicken salad. I will put the recipe down below and also on my website, gregs-kitchen.com. I also put on my website and down below the link to KUMA Knives, and you're going to want to, let me dry that off. You're going to want to give them a try. I'm telling you, this knife, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I get a lot of people sending me emails saying, hey, we'd like you to be in your video, sponsor you, blah, blah, blah. I've got so much stuff that I've thrown away. It was not good. If it's good, I'm going to share it with you. And this knife from KUMA turned out great. Like I said, their website has many different kinds of knives that they have. So definitely go to their website. I'll have it down below and on my website. But give them a try. The knife came razor sharp. I mean, you can just look at it and see the edge on it, and it just dices and slices, as you saw, so easily. So give my chicken salad recipe a try. Give KUMA Knives a try. And of course, don't forget, the reason I was doing this was Keystone. They wanted me, a lot of you wanted me to do some more of their meats. So I decided to use their chicken and do a chicken salad. It's benefiting them, me using it, benefiting me because this is some good chicken and it's going to lunch with me all week. So I appreciate you all joining me. I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you all for subscribing. Don't forget if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up. That gets us in the algorithm. It gets our videos out to more people. So until next time, you all take care and God bless. Bye-bye.